Okay, so information technology is the third major type of industry. So we have covered iron and steel industry, and then cotton textile industry we had covered, and this is the last form of major industry you can say, which is emerging and booming the across the world. So this is information IT, IT technology, and I think we have discussed little bit of this also. So I had given you in the beginning the example of how these two workers, two employees are there who are working in MNC, that is multinational company, and how they are coordinating with each other. So this is just because of the information technology that they are able to do these kind of projects, international projects. So which you can say Danny and Smith are there. They are sitting far away from each other, but just they are connected with this IT technology, and this is how they manage to do their project in collaboration with each other. Okay, so what is information technology? This industry deals with mainly in the storage, processing, and distribution of information. And the major factor guiding the location of these industries are what? Resource availability. Okay, resource means the skilled workers. You know that for the means if we want the employees to work in the IT industries, for that we need skilled workers. Okay, that is the priority you can say. So resources availability, cost, and infrastructure also it requires a lot. So we have in India Bengaluru, that is in where is Bengaluru? It is in Karnataka. So it is known as the IT hub of the of India, and it is located in on the Deccan Plateau, from where it gets the name Silicon Plateau. Okay, so you know that the area, the mid from Madhya Pradesh and down towards the south, so that is all Deccan Plateau. Okay, earlier it was like it was a volcanic prone area, so where that volcanic eruptions were there, and because of the volcanic eruptions, this plateau had formed over there. So that is the Deccan Plateau from Madhya Pradesh and down towards the south region. So it is located on the Deccan Plateau, from where it gets the name Silicon Plateau, and the city is known for its mild climate throughout the year. Bengaluru, you will never get the temperature below 10 degrees Celsius, you can say. Okay, always throughout the year, the temperature is mild, it is moderate. Neither too cold nor too hot kind of temperature is there, and that's why I told you that these kind of temperatures are very suitable for the setup of these industries. So we need a temperate climate for the setting up of industries. Okay, so Bengaluru in India and Silicon Valley in USA. Where is it located? Silicon Valley in the it is in located next to the Rocky Mountains of North America. Okay, North America in near the Rocky Mountains. This is the Silicon Valley is a part of Santa Clara Valley, located next to the Rocky Mountains of North America, and the area has temperate climate with the temperatures rarely dropping below 0 degree centigrade. So here also same, the temperature is favorable for the IT industry. So these are the things, because we have been studying since the beginning that there are some location, there are some factors which matters a lot for the establishment of the industries. So same way, Bangalore and Silicon Valley, these two are the places which are favorable for the establishment of the IT hub, and moreover they have some similarities also. Okay, so what are the climatic conditions, what is the work nature that is required for the IT industry? So emergence of new information technology hub in the country. So till now it is Bangalore is known as the IT hub of the country, but now you can say other places are also there, other metropolitan cities of India like Mumbai is there, and then New Delhi, Hyderabad, and Chennai. So here also these industries are going to flourish, and they are flourishing there. Like Gurgaon is there, Pune, Thiruvananthapuram, Kochi, and Chandigarh are also important centers of IT industry. But earlier, in the beginning, only Bangalore was there. Okay, and why Bangalore? So there are some reasons also for that. However, Bengaluru has always had a unique advantage as a city with highest availability of middle and top management talent. So all kind of talent is there, and the talent which is required to work in the IT industry, that only we get in Bengaluru. Okay, because all kind of institutional educational institutions and then multinational companies, all these are there only in Bengaluru. And but now it is flourishing throughout the country also. Okay, so what are the similarities? It is there on page number 62. There are some similarities between these two. Here, this picture is vague, but in your book, you can have a look at it. On page number 62, see figure 5.12 and 5.13. So, do you know this box is there? Why do high technology industries group together? So why do they group together? Because you know when you go to Bangalore, so you will see a big buildings, and they are all multinational companies which are located to each other. So they can be located near main road or highways for easy access. First of all, transport factor matters. Then firms can benefit from exchange of knowledge also. So if they want to do any joint project with each other, for that also they can patch up with each other. Services and facilities such as roads, car parks, and waste disposal can be organized efficiently. So what all is required, like roads and car parking is required for both employees are coming. So for that, sufficient car parking should be there. So they sometimes they you can say cooperate with each other, and they share the car parking also. So these are the factors for, that's why these companies, these industries, technology industries, they always group with each other for the benefit of each other. You know that we always take help from our neighbors for sometimes, okay, for if not frequently, but sometimes if we want help, so we can ask. So it is the same in the case of industries also. So what are the similarities between Bengaluru and the Silicon Valley of California? So there are some similarities. You can see, you can read here. First, I'm going to read figure 5.12, that is locational advantages of Silicon Plateau in Bengaluru. Bengaluru has the largest number of educational institutions and IT colleges in India, first of all. Okay, so these are the advantages that why Bengaluru is known as the IT hub of the India. So it has the largest number of educational institutions and IT colleges in India. The city was considered dust free with low rents and low cost of living. Okay, very clean environment is there, because first of all, that what type of soil is there in Bengaluru? It is red soil, and that red soil is clayey. It is not like where some in India, in Punjab, when the wind blows, so this dust also blows. So there are dust storms. So dust storms, they never come in Bengaluru, because
Bands of net connection. Please wait for a while.
yes, ma'am, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yes, so you can also read there. It is there in front of you in your book also. Everything is written what I'm reading here. Yes, so I'm reading the locational advantages of Bengaluru and the Silicon Valley. So now you have to tell at the end of it. I will ask you that what are the similarities between two. Okay. So first of Bengaluru, that all it has the largest number of educational institutions and IT colleges in India. Okay. And then the climate is very pleasant. The city is considered dust free, and low cost of living is there, and low rents are also there. And the state government of Karnataka was the first to announce an IT policy in 1992. This is the main reason that the state government of Karnataka was the first to announce the IT policy in 1992. And the city has the largest and the widest availability of skilled managers with work experience. So these are the locational advantages of Bangalore. Now just listen to Silicon Valley of California also. So close to some of the most advanced scientific and technological centers in the world, pleasant climate with an attractive and clean environment, plenty of space for development and future expansion, and it is located close to major roads and airports, and good access to markets and skilled workforce. So now can you tell me what are the similarities between the two? Anyone can tell
Ma'am,
me?
both of them have skilled workforce.
Yes, skilled workforce is there, pleasant climate is there, transport facilities are there, and largest number of education and IT colleges are there as well in Silicon Valley of California also. Okay, so these three, four similarities are there between Bangalore and California that makes them the IT hub of their own countries. Okay, Then one interesting fact is there, that is called being Bangalored. What do you mean by this? What is the meaning of this being Bangalored? Being Bangalored means to lose one's job to someone in the city of Bengaluru. A few years ago, many IT jobs in the USA were outsourced to countries like India, where equally skilled labor was available at lower salaries. So, what is this concept? This concept came when there was a time when there was a world recession चल रहा था, means all the people, the whole world economy went down, and this recession was there, the people were losing their jobs. उस time पे क्या हुआ था, that some you can say some employees in USA, so they were losing their jobs to Bangalore. Okay, because why it was happening? Because in USA it was like that, they were doing the work, but for that uh, the company was required to pay them much more. Okay, their salary were too high. And see, if I am the owner of the company, and if I am getting the work done by any people, and the work done is same as efficient as I'm getting from the earlier employees, but I need to pay them lesser than the employees which I had already. So financially, I'm not stable. I'm in, my company is in recession. My company is in loss. But I need to get the work done. अगर मुझे कोई काम दे रहा है वो करके, and that too at less price, at less salary, so obviously I will give chance to them because I'm helpless. So I will take out the earlier employees क्योंकि वो बहुत ज़्यादा salary ले रहे हैं, and they are doing the work. But वही work मुझे दूसरे employees करके दे रहे हैं same in the efficient manner, but they are asking for less salaries. So that's why it happened कि यूएसए में जो कुछ जो मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज थी, उन्होंने टाई अप कर लिया था बैंगलोर के साथ, एंड दे वर गेटिंग देयर वर्क डन फ्रॉम द पीपल इन बैंगलोर. उनको एम्प्लॉयज मिल गए थे बैंगलोर में, एंड फॉर दैट दे नीड टू पे देम लेसर देन द पीपल हु वर वर्किंग इन यूएसए. दे हैड टू पे देम वेरी हाई. ठीक है, सो दैट्स व्हाई people in USA, they lost their jobs to the people of Bangalore. Clear? फिर उनको बोला गया था, that is their jobs were being Bangalored. Okay, being Bangalored means उनके jobs किसी और ने ले लिए, the people who were staying in Bangalore. So that's why this term came from, that being Bangalored. And it happened in India also, that in India maybe if the jobs, people are losing the jobs to foreign country people, to the foreign employees, so it was known as being trumped. Donald Trump था ना पहले अभी, so it was known as being trumped. So being trumped means if the people of India are losing jobs to people who are working in foreign, and if the people of USA, they were losing their jobs to people working in Bangalore, so they were known as being Bangalored, and here it was known as being trumped. Okay, so these are the terms which were used. So I hope you understood. Clear? So this was all about your chapter. So quickly let us discuss the question answers. Very simple one are these. So you will write it yourself. I will just give you the distinguish between, 2 points are there. Otherwise, all questions are there in your book only. First question is, what is meant by the term industry? Just definition you have to write down, note it down in your book only, mark it fast. It is on page number 50. Page number 50. 1, 2, 3, fourth paragraph, industry. Industry refers to an economic activity that is concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals, or the provision of services. So three types of industries are there. Major three types of industries are there. Number one, steel industry, coal mining, and tourism industry. No, not this one. Iron and steel industry, cotton, textile, and IT industry. So these three you will write major. Okay. So these short questions are there, 5. This I will not give you. This you have to write yourself only. ये आप लोग खुद लिखोगे, ठीक है? You are big enough, you are mature enough, so you can write the answers yourself. And second is, which are the main factors which influence the location of an industry? This is also there. We have discussed which are the factors affecting location. It is on page number 52. You have to write down all the factors. Explanation is not required, but if it in the exam it comes to explain the point, will you be able to explain? Because we have discussed all the points in details. हमने सारे points details में discuss किए हुए हैं that what do you mean by that water, how water affects the location of industry. So if it comes to explain in 2 marks, will you be able to explain it? I hope so, because we have discussed all the factors in detail. So just here in this question,
Yes, ma'am.
don't write the explanation, just write the points only. So which are the main factors which influence the location of an industry? So you will write all: water, market, capital, labor, raw material, power, land, transport, communication. Clear? All these factors you will write. Then third question is, which industry is often referred to as the backbone of modern industry and why? Can you tell me which industry is known as the backbone of modern industry?
Iron.
Ma'am,
Iron and steel
Iron
industry.
Steel industry.
Ma'am, iron and steel
Iron
industry.
and
Iron
steel
and
industry.
steel.
Yes.
Iron and steel.
Come here on the page number 55. On page number 55. On page number 55, second paragraph, you have to write it down from here. So in this paragraph, so many points are there. First, you will write in the beginning. First, they have asked that which industry is often referred to as the backbone of modern industry. So your first line will be, steel is often called the backbone of modern industry. Okay. After this, now there are so many points in this paragraph. You can write any 5 points from here. Okay, I'll read it. That they are asking why, because almost everything we use is either made of iron or steel or has been made with tools and machinery of these metals. Ships, trains, trucks, and autos are made largely of steel. Second point, it can be even the safety pins and the needles you use are made from steel. Oil wells are drilled with steel machinery. इनको आप अपने according categorize कर सकते हो. Any 5 points you can write from this paragraph. Okay, it is not like that I will give you which 5 points to write. All are important, equally important. You can write any 5 points. That steel pipelines transport oil, minerals are mined with steel equipment, farm machines are mostly steel, large buildings have steel framework. So, and you can write two lines also in 1 point. ठीक है, अगर आपको पूरे कवर करने हैं, because small points are there, like minerals are mined with steel equipment, farm machines are mostly steel. So you can add two lines in 1 point also to cover all the points. That is your wish. But even if you write 1 point properly, then also it's fine. Okay. Then fourth question is, why cotton textile industry rapidly expanded in Mumbai? So सबसे पहले मुंबई में आई थी cotton textile industry. So why it expanded over there? Because of the warm moist climate. It is there on page 59. Page 59, second paragraph. The first successful mechanized textile mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. Okay, this will be your first point. Then the warm, moist climate, a port for importing machinery, availability of raw material. इनको divide कर लेना, okay? So first you will write this line that the first successful mechanized textile mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. And next you write the heading reasons. Okay, reasons. Then under that you write warm climate, warm and moist climate, first point. Then second, a port for importing machinery, availability of raw material and skilled labor. So 4 points you will 4 points will come under this. Reasons में 4 points आ जाएंगे आपके. और first आपका जो point होगा, that is first successful mechanized textile mill. Okay. Then fifth point, you will tell me what are the similarities. Just now we have discussed what are the similarities between information technology industry in Bengaluru and California. क्या similarities हैं? Just now we have read.
Skilled working for both
A moderate
Skilled
climate.
workers, climate,
Large number of educational
colleges
centers.
in India.
skilled and
Low wage workers.
Okay. लो वेजेस वर्कर्स वो नहीं बोलेंगे,
Pleasant climate.
वो अलग कंसेप्ट है. प्लेजेंट क्लाइमेट, ट्रांसपोर्ट फैक्टर्स, स्किल्ड वर्कर्स एंड देन लार्ज नंबर ऑफ एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, ऑल दीज आर देयर. ओके, सो इसमें से 3 या 4 पॉइंट्स आप लिख लेना. इफ यू गेट 5 आल्सो देन सो वेल एंड गुड. फाइन. देन टिक द राइट आंसर. सिलिकॉन वैली इज लोकेटेड इन बेंगलुरु, कैलिफोर्निया और अहमदाबाद.
California.
California.
Yes, California. Which one of the following industries is known as sunrise industry? Iron, steel, cotton,
Information.
Information
Information
technology.
technology. Which one of the following is a natural fiber? Nylon, jute, acrylic.
Jute.
Jute. And then this part.
Jute.
Okay. Jute. Distinguish between the following: agro-based and mineral-based, public sector and joint sector. So agro-based and mineral-based, you know, okay, the industry which uses plants and animals as their raw material, that are agro-based, and minerals which use minerals as the raw materials. Okay, this I will give you because properly points will be there. So 5 points I will give you. These two questions I will share after the class. Okay, and today only you have to complete this work. Okay. Then fourth question you can easily do. Give two examples of the following in the space provided. Raw materials, any two. Iron ore and cotton.
Cotton and iron ore.
And
Cotton,
products क्या
iron,
होंगे? Iron ore का steel हो गया, cotton का cloth. Okay. Any two tertiary activities can you write? This can come in 1 mark or 2 marks में आ सकते हैं ये questions. Tertiary activities. Name any two tertiary activities. Transport, banking, insurance. These are all tertiary activities. Then agro-based industries are dairy, sugar, cotton. Cottage industry में आ जाएगी आपकी pottery, basket weaving, handicrafts. Cooperatives में आ जाएगी this Mother Dairy and Amul. Mother Dairy is there and Amul. What is the full form of Amul?
Anand Milk
Union Limited.
Anand Milk Union Limited. Okay, so you should know the full forms of all. Fine. So this chapter is
मैम
over.
और नल की full form वही थी.
Congratulations. We have completed second chapter.
मैम cottage industries के examples बताना.
कॉटेज इंडस्ट्री में यही आ गया ना आपके स्मॉल हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स हो गए, स्मॉल बास्केट वीविंग हो गया, पॉटरी हो गया, पॉट मेकिंग, कुछ भी जो मतलब हाथ से करते हैं ना लोग स्मॉल स्केल पे, दैट कम्स अंडर कॉटेज इंडस्ट्री. फाइन.
मैम एग्रो बेस्ड का भी बता दो.
एग्रो बेस्ड यू डोंट नो.
Dairy, sugar,
Yes,
Cotton.
sugar, cotton, cloth mill, textile mill, all are agro based.
मैम और वो नल की full form वही थी.
नल की फुल फॉर्म है
Aeronautics.
नेशनल एरोस्पेस
Ma'am.
लेबोरेटरीज.
Laboratories यही थी.
एनीथिंग एल्स? और फुल फॉर्म में कोई डाउट है? Again I'm telling, BEL is Bharat Electronics Limited, BHEL is Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited, HAL is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, NAL is National Aerospace Laboratories, DRDO is Defense Research
and
Development Organization, ISRO, you know, Indian Space Research Organization. Then ITI is Industrial Training Institute. IISC is
Yes,
Indian
ma'am.
Institute of Science.
Indian Institute of Science.
NCBS is National Center for Biological Services. No,
Biological Sciences.
Yes, National Center for Biological Sciences. And UAS is Unmanned Aircraft System. Unmanned Aircraft Systems. Okay, these are all big large-scale industries in India. Fine. Okay. Any doubt from this industries chapter? So,
ma'am, fifth question. What
give
are
it
the
a self-
similarities between information
similarities
technology?
में बच्चे you can also write. We have discussed pleasant work, pleasant climate, pleasant workers. Pleasant climate, skilled workers.
Skilled workers.
Okay, transport facilities are nearby. Road and well-linked road transport facilities are there. Okay, then these educational institutes and IT colleges are in abundant.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
मैम क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट एक बार रिपीट कर दो बिकॉज मैम मेरी बार बार डिस्कनेक्ट हो रही थी.
Which question? You can ask me later, बच्चे.
Ma'am.
Which question? Tell me first.
Okay. What is meant by term industry?
Simple definition you have to write. It is there on page. Which page is there? Can anyone tell?
Ma'am, page number 50, paragraph 4.
page of the chapter.
Paragraph 4.
Page number 50, paragraph 4. What I'll do when I will give you the answer key of these to distinguish between, I will write the page numbers of other these short questions also. Okay, so then it will be easy. Okay, so let us start with my favorite history part. Okay, so the name of the chapter is The Making of the National Movement. If you have your books, keep it with you. Otherwise, just introduction part we will do. So we will start from tomorrow. Okay. So what we have learned till now. What are the chapters which we have done till now? So this is, you can say, the most important chapter in the history of India, because you know the national movement. So what was the outcome of this national movement? What happened after that?
Independence.
Yes.
India become
India
independent.
got
So India
independence.
we got independence at the end of this national movement, which was a successful movement, you can say. But earlier than that, you know, which was the last chapter that we had covered?
First War of Independence.
Ma'am, civilization.
Civilizing the
Or
nation.
we have done important centers of revolt also.
And
So we have seen, see
education
what is this in your 6th standard you had read about ancient history. Okay, then you're in 7th standard you have studied medieval history, and in 8th standard it is your which history this
Modern history.
modern history. Okay,
Modern
so this
history.
is, yes, it is very interesting chapter. You will learn to get to know so many things. Okay, even I will be. So we all will read it interestingly, we will understand the concepts, and it is going to be a very important chapter. Okay, so understand the why of this chapter. First of all, why means what is the basic theme of this chapter. Before starting any chapter, you should understand that why we are going to study this chapter, why we are going to read this chapter, what is the theme of this chapter. Okay, so you know that India was there. First of all, India, it was not like the political boundaries that we have now कि ऐसे जो हमें अभी आज जो India की जो shape है, it was not like the shape in the earlier years. Okay, जब ये revolts थे before independence, it was not the political boundary which we see now in the map. It was not, you can say, the full-fledged boundary of the provinces were there, but then only it was known by the people who are living in India. Okay, then it was not India ki ab hum India, when we say India, so that boundary comes in our mind na ki wo boundary aa jati hai, yes, this is India. But that time India was India because of the people of India. Okay, so only the people who were living in India, unko Indians bola jata tha, that is India. But India did not have any specific political boundary jo aaj hai. That was, you know, that was after independence, jab partition hua tha. Okay, so then this boundary was given to India, but earlier it was not like this. Political boundary was not there. Only provinces were there ki Raja Rajwade ho gaye, then Marathas ho gaye. ठीक है, so all these Bengal Nawabs ho gaye, so all these kings and Nawabs were there, but political boundary was not there of India. So India became a nation, and nation developed the feeling of nationalism. What is nationalism? Can anyone tell what is nationalism?
Ma'am, love for country.
Yes, love for the country. And because of this nationalism, because of the love for the country, means they felt that these Britishers are there कि ये लोग अपने लोगों के साथ तो इतना अच्छा behavior करते हैं, and what they are doing with us, with Indians, and in their country they are following all the rules properly, they are working for the benefit of the people, but here in India they are degrading us, they are considering us slaves, So that feeling, that discrimination they saw in front of their eyes, because you know that in the British army, Indians were also working. And what kind of treatment was given to British army, and what the kind of attitude and this you can say behavior was with the people who were Indians in the British army. So clearly discrimination could be seen between the two. So for that, the awareness started among the people of India, because by that time, you know, we had educated Indians also. Educated Indians भी हो गए थे तब तक, and they started thinking, because earlier you can say जो labor class था उनको कोई इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता था, because they were just उनको सिर्फ focus होता था that okay, if we are getting the food to eat, that's it. कि चलो अगर वो राज कर भी रहे हैं तो let them do, but they were only concerned with their livings, okay, only for their survival, but not for the nation they were doing something. But the educated Indian class, you can say educated elites of India, those who had studied in the colleges and they were now well educated, and they were coming to know that what kind of behavior is there in India, and they need to go back to their country, because we will, ye kab tak chalega? Okay, you know, there's a limit to everything. So then this movement started, the national movement. So you should know the difference between movement and a revolt. Okay, mutiny is at the smallest level, then bigger than mutiny is the revolt, and the largest of that is the movement. ठीक है, movement जो होती है बहुत बड़े
When
level
all
पे
people
होती है.
join.
Yes, and movement is a gradual process. ये एकदम से नहीं होता कि एकदम से खड़े हो गए, मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल सी देयर इज लाइक यू कैन से रिवोल्ट में क्या हुआ था, वी हैव स्टडीड द चैप्टर ना, उसमें पढ़ा था हमने द रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1857.
मैम धीरे धीरे मैम थोड़ा टाइम में रिवोल्ट फॉर्म हो गया था.
यस, सो वो बहुत कम टाइम पे उन्होंने इतनी रिवोल्ट स्टार्ट कर दिया, एंड इट वाज देयर वाज वायलेंस इन द रिवोल्ट आल्सो. Okay, उन्होंने मारा था एक दूसरे को, Britishers and the Indians, they were fighting, they were killing each other. That was revolt. But in movement, it was something that is a gradual process, and you can say, and they prefer more non-violence here, because they wanted only one thing, that the Britishers should leave India. That's it. We don't want anything else. So that is the difference between a revolt and a movement. Yes, Narinder, yes.
Then what is like then protest? Protest and revolt. Are
Protest
they
is
different or like?
Protest is only for the small period of time, means protest means only for one topic, like now the farmers are protesting in Delhi. So what is their main agenda? It is only because of one thing is there. Just they want that the government should take back the farm bills. Okay?
Cancellation of bills.
Yes, protest is only for means only a group of people who are protesting. Okay, but revolt is bigger than protest. Revolt is means, you know, it started from Meerut, it went to Delhi, and then all the neighboring places, neighboring regions also they joined. And movement is at a very big level. The whole of India joined together, you can say. Okay, so revolt was only, you can say, it was in the northern region, Delhi, Meerut हो गए, आसपास के जो regions थे वहां पे हुई थी. But movement, in the movement, people, Nawabs, kings from north, south, west, east, they all joined together, and it was mostly the educated people. Okay, educated people, educated elites of Indian, they took part in this national movement. And what are the things that all we will study in this? So this is just a, you need to understand the theme of the chapter. You know that Britishers came to India in the name of trade, and then they started conquesting, they started conquering, they introduced new laws and administrative institutions. And what were the impacts of, these are all old chapters which we have studied in history. कि peasants पे क्या impact था, tribals पे क्या impact था, education पे हमने chapter पढ़ा, civilizing the natives, ठीक है, industries पे कैसे impact पड़ा, peasants पे क्या पड़ा, and relate with the issues such as women, caste and reform. These are some of the chapters which are deleted this time, which we have not covered. So इसमें भी women, caste and reform में भी what were the some things were good also, that they banned sati pratha, but some were, you can say, against the Indian culture. So that resulted in the outburst in the form of revolt of 1857. ठीक है, जब ये सब चीजें हुई उसके बाद what was the result? The result was the revolt of 1857. And but that even after that, all these factors created a sense of discontent against the British rule. So all these things were happening means होता है ना कि it is said that कि ठीक है, if they are coming but they're not saying anything, so let them be. But if they are coming and they are taking our wealth also, and they are giving ill treatment to the Indians, they are means degrading the Indians, they are not providing good facilities and equal status to the Indians and the Britishers. So that means there is a limit to that. So that all created a sense of discontent against the British rule. So people were dissatisfied. They were dissatisfied with the Britishers, and then it led to the making of the national movement from 1870s up to 1947. So what all
Excuse me,
events
ma'am.
happened? Yes.
Ma'am, when they went back, the British, so they asked for money also while going back. Like they
Why
took
do
everything.
they have already taken everything. अब बचा ही क्या था इंडिया से और ले जाने के लिए उनके पास?
मैम
They had
सब कुछ
taken
तो ले गए
already
थे।
everything. Obviously, they had
Ma'am,
drained.
Indians का मैम कुछ.
They had drained the
Yes.
whole wealth already. पूरी wealth already लेके चले गए थे. I think that Kohinoor was also taken away.
Yes,
अभी भी
ma'am.
मैम पड़ा हुआ है वहाँ
Ma'am,
That
but it
still
was
is-
said that
Albert
Kohinoor
Museum.
मैम पूरा का पूरा जिसके पास चला जाता है उसका मैम they have मैम बदकिस्मत kinds of thing they say, तो उन्होंने उसका हाफ करवा के अभी वहाँ लगवाया हुआ है क्वीन के
That I don't
half
know.
of किया हुआ मैम.
You must have read
मैम
something.
हाफ उन्होंने
Elizabeth
क्वीन के
Queen.
क्राउन में लगाया, हाफ इज इन द म्यूजियम, तो पूरा उन्होंने नहीं रखा, हाफ ऑफ किया उसका भी.
Okay. I didn't know this.
मैम और
That's good if you
इंडिपेंडेंस
have
के
read.
बाद मैम इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद 1947 में सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने इंडिया को यूनाइट करने का लिया था, इसलिए उन्हें बिस्मार्क ऑफ इंडिया कहते हैं।
Yes.
मैम बट बनना मैम जवाहरलाल नेहरू ने मैम पहले पीएम नहीं बनना था, बनना तो मैम अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी या मैम आई मीन कोई इनमें से कोई और था मैम, बट बाद में गांधी जी ने उन्होंने कहा कि जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी को बना दीजिए प्राइम मिनिस्टर मैम, बट ज्यादा कैपेबल तो वहां पे उस टाइम पे
मैम उसके बाद आया
उस
वो।
टाइम पे मैम